Jolly good show, Major.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
What's going on, TTC? New Rob report. That didn't go as expected. Putting the finishing touches on these Buffalo Wild Wings. Celery. So yeah, that game did not go as expected. I take that back. When you think about it, the game went exactly as expected. We went down there. Do you guys realize we scored, what, 5, 6 touchdowns in this game? 5 touchdowns. Russell Wilson ran for 1. Percy Harvin got 3. We scored 6 touchdowns in this game. 6. We should have had 42 points at least. They took 3 of them off the board on ridiculous penalties and unfortunate benefactor. Is that an oxymoron? Unfortunate benefactor? Can you really be an unfortunate benefactor? It's not really a benefit if it's unfortunate, right? But unfortunately, Percy Harvin got all 3 of his touchdowns taken off the board. Unreal. Unreal. The holding call, I think 2 of them were holding calls. I guess I'll buy those. But the pancake block. Okay, I guess it wasn't So I thought a pancake block was what I think it was Carpenter did to that dude on the ground. I thought that was a pancake. Apparently, I didn't know what a pancake was because I looked it up. Because I was like, how can you throw a flag on that? I mean, first of all, it wasn't like he violently hit the dude. He just jumped on him and he was already on the ground. I didn't know that was illegal. I mean, he certainly has the ability to get up and make a play on the ball. So why is it illegal to keep him on the ground? I don't know. They called it unnecessary roughness. A 15-yard penalty. That's ridiculous. These refs are throwing flags for any and everything now. Any and everything. They took Percy Harvin. Dude, I know people with Percy Harvin who started them on their fantasy teams this week are pissed. Pissed. Because Percy had a day. I can't, I'm just gonna go ahead and since we won anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and pretend that the final score was 42-17 instead of 27-17 because it was. I mean, I can't just believe they took all. It was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, I like the way it was before they started saying they're gonna make a big deal about all these penalties. If the penalty happened away from the play and couldn't possibly have any bearing on the end result of the actual play, there shouldn't. I mean, unless it's something so completely and totally blatant, you shouldn't throw a flag on that. It's just ridiculous. I know, and there's exceptions to that. Certain penalties should just always be called, I would say. But if you, I mean, come on. When a penalty happens completely away from the play, as long as it's not a personal foul, I don't think it's justifiable to throw the flag, personally. Marshawn Lynch had a good day. The running game was great. Russell Wilson, hey, if anybody wants to comment on how good or not good Russell Wilson is, calling him a game manager, saying that he's not this, is not that, hey, whatever. Matter of fact, you can close the book on Russell Wilson. All right, there's no more debate. Russell Wilson is a game breaker. Bottom line. Don't talk to me about how good he throws. Don't talk to me about whether he's an elite quarterback. He's a winner. And you know what elite quarterbacks do? They win. That late scramble where they had him dead to rights and he flipped that ball up over the top to Marshawn and Marshawn got that big run. That was unbelievable. I mean, Russell Wilson he had over 100 yards rushing and a rushing touchdown, over 200 yards passing, and a passing touchdown, 2 passing touchdowns, right? Just just a great day. The whole day was tarnished by the penalties, and don't let me forget to add that some of the penalties were rightfully so. We got to clean that shit up. The pre-snap penalties were ridiculous. Uh, Russell Okung. The first quarter, Russell Okung single-handedly handicapped the Seahawks just by himself. Just by himself. Then you got is it not Sweezy? Unger snapping the ball, doing his best impression of Peyton Manning in his center. What's Peyton Manning's center name? Manny Hernandez, something like that. It's the bye week. I hate the bye week. Seattle always comes out of the bye week flat. I think if you look back historically, we always come out of the bye week flat. I'm not talking about Pete Carroll Seahawks. I'm not talking about just Pete Carroll Seahawks. I'm not talking about just Mike Holmgren Seahawks. And you probably go all the way back to Chuck Knox and Tom Flores and all those cats and Dennis Erickson Seahawks. I think we always come out. For some reason, I just feel like we always come out of the bye week flat. And so as long as I've been a Seahawk fan, if I have that feeling, I'm going to assume that there has to be some amount of validity to that feeling. Could be wrong, but for some reason I just felt like we always come out of the bye week flat. Luckily, we came out. I mean, if we were going against Green Bay, if we were going against San Francisco, if we were going against who knows, maybe even Dallas. If this Dallas was this game today, if Dallas as good as Dallas played, we ain't man to came out of the game with a win, even at home, and we were flat. Well, I'll take that back. At home, we would have won, but we just came out flat. It was tough. Robert Turbin makes me so angry. If Robert Turbin knew how to keep his feet underneath him, I think Robert Turbin would have about 25, 60-plus yard runs in his career already. That dude, he gets going so quick, but he's always head first, and he can't keep his footing. Robert Turbin has had potential game-busting runs every game, but he just can't keep his footing, and he ends up going down. So he just kind of bowls forward, and he gets productive. He runs the ball productively, but it's always something that's going to. I mean, it's like even if there was no defenders there, the way he runs through the line, he's gonna fall down anyway. I wish he ran a little more, controlled. Defense gave out a couple of big plays down the field. I sincerely hope that people don't get up there talking about how Deshaun Jackson beat Richard Sherman deep. He didn't. Okay. They were playing they played a man look, but it was a zone. Richard Sherman dropped off, took the inside man, I believe. Cam Chancellor actually had Deshaun Jackson to the outside, and Jackson blew right by him. Sherman did, however, have a chance to make the stop before he got into the end zone, but it's hard to make that tackle. But please don't anybody say that Sherman got burned or anything like that. That's all bullshit. I'm seeing all the memes. Even there's a San Francisco 49er meme about Parrish Cox or something like that, who's their nickelback. And matter of fact, I think was it QB Willie B? QB Willie B. I think you're the one that did it, bro. I think you're the one that posted it. Anyway, there's this meme going on around the internet of I think it was a 49er defensive back who has, he got so many picks, so many passes defensed, and they're saying, oh, he's the number one corner in football right now, and he's a nickel back. And then they want to hashtag Richard Sherman and all this fucking Seahawk hashtags, in an effort to disparage the fact that Richard Sherman is the best corner in football. And it's laughable. It's laughable. I mean, how many times has Richard Sherman had the ball thrown to him? We're a quarter of the way through the season. So it doesn't matter what kind of mathematician or math whiz you are, okay? We're a quarter of the way through the season. The whole league is a quarter of the way through the season. And I guarantee you, as far as starting quarterbacks go, Richard Sherman has been thrown at the least. It has to be the least because he went an entire football game without being thrown to at least once. Not even once. So there's no way. Just get out of here, man. Just get out of my face. The defense overall played good. We shut down their running game completely. I was really surprised that we didn't get enough pressure on the quarterback to force him into some interceptions. There was a couple near picks, but it was good. We're so good on defense that I think it's tough to accept. I posted this earlier actually on my Twitter and on my Facebook. It's tough to accept, imperfection when you're the champion. When you become used to winning, it's hard to accept imperfection. When we've gotten so good that even the rest of the league, the rest of the league, when they see Seattle have any imperfections, it's automatically talk about, oh, exposed and not as good as we thought they were and all this shit. Nah, the problem is we're so good that we learn to expect perfection, and when there's imperfection, it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's so it's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, we got the win. I don't know, I'm talking about why we lost. Like I'm talking about it like we lost or something like that. It's no big deal. Hey, a win is a win. We'll take it. We get to go back home and take on these Cowboys. This should be a pretty good hate week coming up. I don't see as good as even with the recent success of the Cowboys. I'm not buying that ticket. I'm not getting on that boat anytime soon. Not that I would anyway, but I'm not buying the Cowboys just yet. Because the Cowboys, when it comes down to it, they are still quarterbacked by who. And I don't think that he can. There's no way. The Cowboys ain't coming to the cling and beating us. So y'all can cancel Christmas on that. But anyway, it's gonna be a good hate week. Plenty of Dallas Cowboy vid makers around the TTC and social media. Even my Facebook, I got a bunch of cats that I'm talking mad shit to. So that'll be good. Anyway, we got the win. All is well, and I guess that's it. Go Hawks.